I personally think people, new people especially, get into kayaking, they should just get a single person kayak. But some people like to go with other people kayaking, which I don't understand. I mean, I want to have my own boat. I'm the captain. I don't want to be told by whoever to fish here or go there. That's why I have a kayak.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? But I mean, sometimes it's good to take, I don't know, your wife on the same boat.
Yeah, your wife, your kid, your dog, whatever.
No. Okay, tell me where I'm wrong, right? Our tandem kayaks, like this one, good.
They accomplish a very specific
okay, sell it to the audience.
Okay, cool. So
why would I wanna put my marriage in trouble? Like I don't understand. Like, okay.
So there is a little bit of a joke going around within the industry that tandem kayaks are also referred to as the divorce makers. And if you guys are gonna, if you're gonna fight, this is a great way to get into it. Now,
you're doing an amazing job.
At some point, you do have a quick escape, and that's off the side into the water, right?
Oh no, he's adding more fire to, what is it, fuel to the fire?
Fuel to the fire, yeah.
You can just get up and go. But, bro, my solution to this problem is to motorize said kayak. And luckily, you can motorize anything, but really, look, it's late. I'm hungry. What I'm really trying to say is you could put a pedal drive on this kayak and fix your issues.
But another way that you can circumvent the issue of the fight entirely is exactly what you were saying, is like you don't have to struggle with somebody about paddle strokes and where you want to go. If you've got a pedal system or anything set up in the rear. And one way that you can do that is with a Lure II Tandem model. So this guy, as we see right here, is just the standard paddling edition. If you're just looking to go paddling and stuff like that, this is the way to go. Now you can upgrade this later on down the road, which is a huge benefit when you're considering the Lure platform, the upgradable nature of that. Otherwise, you can get the OD model, which will come with that overdrive model that we saw in our Lure 13.5, which you can implement that motor unit to. So you don't have to tell anybody left or right or whatever. You can just have somebody up here, sitting on the side, raking in the brownie points for yourself, and you're pedaling away or even just using the motor control, which should circumvent a huge number of issues, marital or otherwise.
So this boat right here is a stable. Like, what if you're a newbie? How will you sell this boat to a newbie?
Well, it kind of sells itself. You've got a huge beam on this guy. You've got a reinforced standing platform. You've got a ridiculously comfortable seat. The number of creature comforts that come stock standard on something like this are ridiculous. It is totally suitable for beginners or even the most experienced kayak angler ever. Another cool thing about the Lure II Tandem platform is if your wife or your kid doesn't want to go with you that day, you can always just take the entire front seat out. What a number of my customers will do, they'll actually throw a cooler up here so that weight distribution. That's a huge thing. You're going to want this thing to kind of plane out, and if you're in the rear and there's nothing up top, you will get that lean back. Take the front seat out, drop a cooler in, and you've got all this space within the boat here, 14 feet of boat we're looking at, that you can walk up and down, turn around, whatever you want to do a headstand, catch a fish.
You know how we'll set up this thing? I will put a bow-mounted trolling motor right here, remote control. I will keep the seat in there. I will put another motor on the back right here. And I could literally fish here or jump to the front or go back, and I see the benefits of buying a tandem kayak for one person.
Absolutely. That's a cool thing. The adaptability is a huge benefit, especially when we're looking at a lure system. Because of the way that the hull is shaped, it's totally suitable for rivers, smaller waters, as well as even out into the bay down here into larger, more open adventures like that. You've got your pronounced keel, that tri-hull, tried and true design. Basically all the hallmarks that we've been talking about with the Lure 13.5 carry over into this guy. The difference is that you're getting between this and that 13.5, the Lure II Tandem, comes with a front sonar pod, a rear sonar pod. Now you're only going to
This is hull through?
This is through hull accessory, absolutely. So if you wanted to do fish finder, depth finder, then you can do that really efficiently on one of these
I know
guys.
how to save the marriages.
There we go.
You
Yeah.
get the Bixpy sonar panel thing, whatever. What am I saying here? Help me out. I'm hungry.
The motor.
Yeah, with the pod,
Uh-huh.
the Bixpy pod, you put it there, you put it in the front, right? And then you're back here doing whatever you want to do. And then your wife is in the front. And there's no fighting because there's no paddles. So that's how, one way of doing it.
Absolutely. So differences between this and the 13.5. 2 sonar pods, 2 gravity seats, adjustable up and down like we've been showing you. 2 standing platforms, 2 extra rails back here, and then also, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but a 3rd perpendicular rail system right here, and then the 2 in the rear. 2 flush mounted rod holders, scupper holes throughout, and the rest is just about the same. Molded in handles, wheel in the keel. That's a huge benefit, especially for something as massive as this guy. So
Can you wheel it properly? Because this thing is long.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
14 feet, again, once you get like a good hold, you can actually see.
Hey, I do see a problem that could be a problem. This seat, so nice, you're able to go all the way up. So now if you're sitting back here, and then your wife is like, oh, I want to bring the seat up, and then you're not able to see the fish in front. Because just, like, seriously, I would set rules. You're not allowed to lift the seat up if you sit in the front. I'm the captain. People, I'm just trying to make it funny, okay? If it's working, give me a like. If it's not working, give me a like.
There you go. That's a good catch-all right there.
Have
Good day
you
at the
and
kayak
your
shop.
sister gotten on a tandem kayak?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys get along?
Uh,
That's it. You don't have to
we
say
have a
anything.
great relationship, and I love my sister.
So you're saying?
Well, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty well doing like the pedaling or the paddling and stuff like that. And it's not very often that I'm actually on a tandem kayak. I much more prefer the independence that I can achieve with a solo model. Now, that being said, when I want a tandem kayak, something like this is exactly what I'm going to start leaning into. For one, if we're both comfortable, we're not as irritable. And on top of that, you've got just a huge amount of creature comforts. Like, that comfortability aspect is huge, and it is well displayed on something like this model. My sister and I would have a great time, and we have, on stuff like this.
Here's what I would say. Rules. Rule number 1. If you're going to get a tandem kayak, decide you're going to be the only paddler. It's going to save you a lot of headache. Don't count on your kids paddling because they won't. Number 2. What's number 2?
Number 2, make sure that you got enough drinks and food for the rest of the day so that nobody gets hangry. That's a huge benefit, which is where that rear tank well is going to work out really well to bring a cooler full of food and stuff like that. Some other things to consider: never be afraid to go for a little bit of a swim and go refresh yourself. The sun beats me up, so being able to hop into and out of something like this is great.
Especially as after you touch each other's paddle for the last 3 times, there's a lot of water around. Just jump.
There you go. Absolutely.
I think that was a funny video. We're gonna get a lot of hate coming. Are you ready? We're gonna get hate coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the perfect
No,
relationship.
just immaculate vibes. That's what we're gonna do. Come down here. We don't have marriage counseling, but I do have a great kayak for you.
you could sell 2 kayaks instead of.
Yeah, even better.